because the one I'm trying ain't working, and I just
Sure.
want to make sure I have the right one.
There you go. Right there.
Thank you.
People are like, giveaways!
Muty says, I'll use a fan controller as a coaster.
Yeah, well,
Why not?
not the way we had envisioned it, but if you must.
Alright, I am in the match. Go take it away, sir.
Are you connected? Yes?
Yeah.
It is the gun round here, 5 alive for both teams. It is a standard hold, 1 pushing outer. Wayman will be the one looking for the man outer. It's a soft look for the CTs. They're not particularly holding on to outer with that much gusto. Extrado has 2 on the round and a partial buy for some reason. What did they do? A surprise buy and fail, I wonder, while we were connecting. 3 left for the CTs. Wexican, with his Galil, has an op in front of him. Does he try to save this for 50 seconds? It's kind of tough when you're in a place where people can rotate so quickly, but he'll attempt it. He's got one behind him, and he's making an awful lot of noise, Clay. Meet misses. No scope attempt. No good. Second no scope attempt. No good. 4-0 for the CTs. Clay, it looked like they went for a partial buy. In this round, they were not able to buy because of an early buy, perhaps?
Could have been the case. Maybe they just didn't do well, didn't get any bomb plants or kills, and they were just that short on money, but still they should have been able to buy more than what they had. So yeah, they could have gone for an eco round buy. Probably not advised on nuke, I don't think. You want to have ops, I believe, at least. That's my preferred weapon on this map. The engagements are the engagements outside are, you know, long, and ops are a really powerful tool there. And I believe on is, God, I can't talk right now. I believe outer is a good place to work, and if you get out of control, then you're looking good as a terrorist.
Yeah, absolutely are. Probably one of the main points of emphasis for any game plan that you and I have ever put together is at least get vision and control outer as best you can round after round. You only have a couple of set plays ever where you decide not to really use outer.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, exactly. So another quick round going to Go Berserk, and you know, it's not like how we saw before where it was back and forth, but we do know this is a CT-sided map, and I think Go Berserk might have more experience on nuke, so they're doing quite the good job here defending on the CT side. We're into another gun round, and we're seeing Platty is actually picking up an op, which is a little strange since we didn't see him use an op at all on the last map. Mufasa was their designated opper, and it looks like they're going to try to do a double pick outer, maybe?
I'll point out, Clay, that remember, Go Berserk lost the first map, so they're coming back and trying to play strong here and not have a collapse like they did in the second half.
MSQ, the opper for the counter-terrorist, playing the close-up position over by Mini. And sees one, so she knows, excuse me, that there's at least one member over there, and they're going to try and bait out for the oppers here. As we see through the X-ray vision, dropping some nades and moving back. Smart play by her, and she's going to want to get defensive. Maybe call out an extra player to help her as they do drop smokes, and they could make it to a secret quite easily. And we do see Saber moving from the rafters position over to heaven, and he notices one goes down, and he's going to drop, and possibly it looks like he's actually going to go.
He's chasing. Yeah, he's chasing.
Yeah, going to go all the way down ramp and get rotated to the bottom site. And the defense upper is still holding.
This is a smart play by Saber. It's very easy as a veteran CS player to think that I'm just going to pre-fire the stairs because there should be a head there, but he's actually waiting deeper in the site for a second encounter.
Yeah, exactly. If you get up by the vents, I mean, you know, you're notified if they do go through vents by the breaking of the vent queues, obviously, and so it's a pretty good spot to hold. And look at this. 2 good entries by the terrorists, and Saber tries to go vents. He gets annihilated. Dr. Stu joining him as well. Probably a little bit too late as they could have gone together, but he does get a kill and then trades. And Extrata tries to go up heaven, and he gets annihilated. So that's going to give the round to Vandal and the Decanters. And it's the first one they have for the round, so they got to be feeling pretty good about that one.
5-1. You are watching Cibo TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. This is the CompLexity 10th anniversary tournament. I got to tell you, Clay, this qualification group is no pushover. There are some hidden gems in here, and we'll be looking for them. Those of you who've been asking about pro versus pro matches, good teams, you are watching two pretty good teams. Now, they're not the pros. We understand that. Don't worry, we'll get to that in a little bit. But we're excited to see who comes out moving into rounds 2 and 3 as the teams get whittled down. This is, of course, brought to you by our friends at Sound Blaster, brought to you and hosted by Sivo, of course. It's a great pleasure to see how that league is expanding and growing at a rapid pace. Those of you who are joining this channel for the first time, please do follow us. It'll give us an ability to give you more resolutions in the future. VDIS about to engage the first two CTs of the round, both on a crossfire look. Xstrata crosses over, gets the offer. Mufasa, who happens to be probably the most lethal person in that look, looking down, trying to get an off shot on the man, playing the box in the jail spot at ramp. The rest of the round gets cleaned up in seconds after MSQ with the last one. 6-1, CTs lead by 5.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Sivo, if people who are thinking, hey, these guys sound kind of familiar. Yeah, we are Klops and we are Cotton from Fixation TV. If you remember us from there, we've joined forces with Sivo to bring you guys Sivo TV, and so far it's been going good. If we would appreciate if you follow us, as Brandon said, get us more followers so we can get more resolutions for the stream. Other than that, thank you guys for stopping by and checking us out.
Let's be real, they're here for the fan controllers, Clay.
Yeah, they're here for the fan controllers and the mouse pads. I would be too. Just kidding. I think I'm amazing at casting. Anyways, seeing the rush going down outer, it is a save round for the terrorists, and they have made it down to the strike. Look at this Xstrata behind the cylinder here. Picks up... Oh, they were lined up perfectly for him. He got 2. Could get 3 here, but Platy... That wasn't Platy. VDIS actually backs out, and Mufasa there on the flank. He's going to get a gun for himself, but he's going to meet up with Saber, who has an AK for his face, and he goes down. That is going to be 8-7-2 for the counter-terrorists.
A little bit of self-deprecating humor there. Klops is the hardest person on himself when it comes to his ability to cast, but he does just fine for himself, and that little tangent right there, probably the highlight of my morning.
There you go. I do it for you, Brandon.
Yeah. Xstrata definitely had a triple lined up for himself, but he decided to AD to try to preserve himself. He didn't really take into account that he was fighting a pistol, and he probably could have just crouched to clean up the job, but he didn't need to. 7-1. Go Berserk leading by a lot, but they were leading by a lot the last time we saw them too when we joined them on cash, and it kind of fell apart for them, so maybe it will be the same tune. Go Berserk hopes not, because they want to push this to a map 3. Meep sprays through while he was partially blinded by smoke. Mufasa, the last one left, going back through Squeaky, trying to retrace his steps. Not a whole lot of opportunity left for him because his team is gone. He gets dinked and headshotted through the door. Meep cleans up before Mufasa ever saw or made eye contact with Meep. That's huge game awareness. You see that smoke come out there, you think that maybe somebody's flicking through, but why not just tap that door just to make sure that nobody's behind it?
Yeah, exactly. I think he got the smoke out and the door closed, so yeah, it kind of gave it away that it was there. So, like you said, take the shots. Why not? You got plenty of bullets, and he hit him, got the dink through the door, got the kill. Worked out completely in his favor. So 8-1, another save round for the terrorists. And Go Berserk really shutting it down so far on this first half. Taking a look at the split, seeing Xstrata is actually playing up close outside over at the T red box. Meep grabs the kill inner. He's going to be able. Xstrata's position gets him 1. Wayman not even looking for that spot. But you got to always be mindful of the push up there on the T red. And they weren't looking for it, so they get punished. Mufasa is the last one alive. Bomb is down right in front of him, but he knows the CTs have pushed into the lobby, and he is pinched. Picks up a kill, though. Gonna force the rebound on Xstrata. Nice little turnaround headshot by Mufasa, but still, the round goes to Go Berserk, and it is now 9-1.
It's 9-1, but I don't feel very strongly that this has been wrapped up yet, because it's Nuke, and we've also seen how well Vandal and the Decanters can come back from adversity here. But Clay, as much as I'm promoting the comeback and thinking that it's not over, now is about the last window of opportunity for them to make a case to come back and deliver a strong half.
Yeah, I mean, they're running out of time here. If they only win out, they're going to be at 5, which, I mean, 5's not too bad T-side, but I mean, I think that's probably the minimum you want to have to feel comfortable going on to the CT side. But the way that BERZERK is playing, I don't know if they're going to be able to pull off a win-out scenario here.
A conservative look for the T side here. They want to have a pick at ramp, but MSQ with her op is not going to let them do that, and you're not going to move her off her spot unless you can get nades or smokes in her face. It's going to be a very, very difficult thing to do. Xstrat actually coming up with the secret will find somebody on top of the big rock. Mufasa goes down. The next one to go down will be Wayman if Xstrata can finish, which he does. 5 alive for the CTs. That's not how this round was supposed to go for the team. Not at all. MSQ lands the second of the round, and Wexican, who has been in this position before, is left alone. Clay, a plethora of minor errors on nuke. You need nades to buy out to win on maps that are dominated by CTs like this, and I have seen very, very little in terms of smokes and flashes, because at the first line of defense, CTs always have an advantage, in particular nuke, so you have to move them off their spot.
Yeah, definitely agree, and that's one thing that, you know, it really starts to slide for the terrorists, especially if the CTs keep winning rounds back-to-back like this. Even if you are getting the losing bonus money, I mean, it doesn't give you enough money to do a full buy. So you need to at least pick up a few rounds here or there, because like you said, smokes and flashes are so important for the terrorists to get the CTs moving off their spots, you know, make smoke walls so you can effectively take outer, and just essentially get you in better positions to take the sites.
It regularly surprises me how many people don't know what we call the 1 and 2 smoke, the mini and the garage smoke, to connect them and run to lower, or at least give the perception that you may be running to lower.
Yeah.
And it's so cheap to get that. It's $600 ish.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, those 2 smokes alone can. I mean, it just, like you said, it makes a nice wall to stop the operators from being able to get you. It basically it kind of forces the CTs, if they want to have a control over outers, that they got to push up and play at the red box, or, you know, do the secret stairs. But then it just makes it so much easier as a terrorist. You have only 2 spots to look at rather than all of outside, you know, if you do want to try to work outside. And then also it gives you the chance to fake outside and, you know, work inner. So, yeah, very important smokes. People should look into those. So, looking at this round, let's take a look at the split. Terrorists all playing inner, and Xstrata pushed up once again at that red box. So he's done this once or twice this game. He does get that nice shot onto Wexican, and that's going to give him a good early lead onto this round, and he smartly retreats back to the secret stairs. Only saw one, and of course the man who got killed, Wexican, is going to give the information that, hey, you got one at the T-red, be looking out for him. MSQ trying to get that shot. Saber cleans it up, and they do continue trying to enter through upper, but they are just failing left and right. Vandal, not Vandal, Vetus, not the last one, with Platy, those are the last 2 alive. Vetus picks up a kill there, but he is surely going to be seen by Meep. Meep does not. Well, he does get seen going down the vents, but he can't get that kill. Comes back up the vents. I don't understand that. I think he was chasing a gun there, maybe, but bad play coming back at the vents. Maybe work around secret and finish off that kill. Meep finishes it up, and that's going to make it 11-1 now for BERZERK. And I mean, if BERZERK could keep holding this, then they're going to have, obviously, an easy time on the T half, but, you know,
BERZERK has really buttoned it up. I think they totally understand that they need to push this to a map 3, and they don't want to make any question of it.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be tough for Vandal and the Decanters to win this out and get a decent buffer here for T side, because, I mean, they only got 2 rounds. Yeah, CTS side, excuse me. Only got 2 more rounds to do it, and starting off, they do start off big with an op shot there, but, you know, BERZERK has been doing really, really well so far.
It has been a very good start for them, Clay, but it's, like you said, it's a bit of a struggle for them because they can't connect a lot of the dots. They're not really moving in tandem. You can tell that they're not communicating well together, but this round in particular may be a little bit different. 3 at outer, they're forced to communicate with each other as Dr. Stu comes up over the top and fails to connect with a kill there, but that nade may be the touchdown nade. It is. Wexican goes down, and I think you have to know, if you get sprayed down that much, you have to know a nade's coming up right there, so he needed to get out of the way, and he had a chance to by moving to the other side of the red box. Meep waiting on the other side of the smoke. It's an upper take. It's an unclean upper take. Dr. Stu decapitating Wayman as he tried to come out of there. There's 1 man left. behind the silos and one man at the mini. Vandal lands a quick scope that was gorgeous. It's down to a 2-on-2, and the T's are finally looking like they got a chance. They're going to go to lower. They're going to ditch their op, by the way, and go double automatics to hold lower. Saber will chase, and he's got one in his side. It's a one-on-one. MSQ, the opper, versus Vandal. Vidas wielding an M4A4. By the way, he had an op previously.
It looked like MSQ was lagging a bit there.
Clay, our first time ever saying this, we have a clutch woman. Oh wait, we did that for what's that team's name? Hold my purse. Never mind. MSQ struggling to find the location of Vidas, who lands that shot, delivers the second round. I want to get to another point here, Clay. We can talk about how that was a good round for Vandal, but somebody mentioned this. It's critical that we build up more leagues in North America. I think this is so true. And with a game as strong as CS, who is facing eminent support from sponsors who are willing to put up big money, the lack of variety in terms of the tournament and league offerings in North America is disappointing when we see the SLTVs and the SL Star Series, and we see the ESEAs in Europe, and we see the friendly fires from MSQ, and what I'm getting at is that there's 3 leagues, right? There's 3 or 4 leagues in Europe that are popularized, and we have 1. There needs to be a little bit more variety. There needs to be more coverage of CSGO to make the scene grow quicker, and I think it's very, very encouraging to see that leagues like CEVO, like independent tournaments like CompLexity's 10th anniversary, can be bridges, or at least the beginnings of something that can build this scene faster, better, quicker.
Absolutely, like you said, CEVO is doing a great job of getting into the scene. I mean, you know, we got Season 3 going on right now, and we have a bunch of invite teams from ESEA coming over and bridging the gap, getting this league going. So, I mean, kudos to them, and you know, thanks for helping out. Appreciate that. And you know, CEVO's doing it good, like you said. I think you know, free to play with a prize at the end. That's a good incentive for players to come over, and I think it's only going to keep growing. And it will just be a matter of time before we have 2 well-established leagues going on here. Well, CEVO's already pretty well established, I'd say. But Mufasa and Vidas coming in strong in the ramp room. Meep going down as well. And that's just, that was a pistol, hostile pistol takeover right there. They are in the bottom site. Extrata and Dr. Stu, the last 2 alive for the counter-terrorist. And they are trying to do a retake here. It's going to be tough as one of them is wielding an auto snipe. Extrata, the last one alive. Extrata gets killed, but he goes down to auto fire. And that's going to finish the half 12-3. Go Berserk holds it down tight, and if they just win the, well, I mean, even if they don't win this pistol round, I think they got plenty of room here to finish out this map.
3 is the bare minimum to give yourself the slightest breath of a chance. 3 rounds, of course, you know, can be a pistol and 2 ecos, and that means that this pistol round here is the critical turning point for the counter-terrorist force, Vandal and the Decanters. We hope the best for them. Pull up your overhead, Clay. This is probably where this game of this match turns. Remember, this is game 2 of game 3. Go Berserk is facing Vandal in a best of 3, so this could get pushed out to another map here. Slow play from the T's. They will be waiting for an initial push. Mufasa waiting at the hut, will back out to the mini, finds one, gets gushed. He is shot in the neck, and that's not the way you want to start. That man who's critical to the support of Outer now has to surrender his position. We'll see if the IGL of the counter-terrorist switches out his position, because a weak 7 health Outer hold should never be the one deigned to hold that particular spot. 4 pushing through, 1 coming through, 2 coming through the squeaky door, 2 left from the hut, unable to land their kills. Saber stuck behind the triple box or the stairs box. Only 1 left. That's Meep, number 15. Clay, this is the tone you want to set.
Wayman should not have lived right there.
No, he shouldn't. I was going to mention that one later. Meep Meep, the only one left. This is exactly the tone you want to set, right? You needed this round, and you needed to execute it perfectly, and this is just about as good as you could have drawn it up.
Exactly. I mean, to start, they needed to get that CT pistol round going. If Go Berserk won, it would have just probably steamrolled from there. But they stopped the bleeding for now. I mean, 12-4 is still a huge lead, and I mean, only having to win 4 rounds on Terrace definitely possible. But it's the start that they needed, like you said. And commenting on Wayne there, living, I saw Saber shooting at him, and they both like reloaded, and Saber was like, apparently I can't hit this guy, so I'm just going to turn around and try to shoot this other guy in the heaven area.
I give up. No, you're invisible to me.
Yeah. So 12-4 is scoreline. Yep, we are on the Eco Mufasa. Why did I pull him out of the hat? But no, yeah, Vitas actually doing a full, picking up an M4, so he must have got quite a few kills in the last round. Looking good, and they are just going to play passively, not going to be pushing aggressively, which you see some teams do, and then they get punished for it because the terrorists are looking for those pushes in the lobby, which looks like BERZERK is in fact doing so. So, standard patience hold from the terrorists, waiting for any types of pushes from the CTs, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening from Vandal and the Decanters. And they are playing it passively, which they should. Dr. Stu, hanging out on the radio room, looking for any information, not going to be coming up with anything, as they're playing, got a nice little crossfire here, actually. There's the test flash, the smoke. Was that a nade actually from Platty, which is going to give away his position a little bit, but he can easily go to the ladder room connector from that spot. Very slow play going on right now.
I like teams that don't throw away their pistol rounds, their eco rounds, because that can happen, Clay, because they understand that this is a very winnable situation for them if they play this right.
Oh, Saber checked the corner and turned right back around, saw him, but it didn't register, and he was able to pick up 2 kills right there. Platty coming up big for his team, and now the terrorists look like they are still going to keep trying to press this ramp room, even though the rotators are there. Platty takes a deagle shot, but does not go down. MSQ does get that kill. She can get a gun for herself, and she does get the M4, but I don't know if she'll be able to save this. Picks up another one.
Wow.
One coming in from behind. She's getting pinched here and can't save that gun, but good job by her picking up 2 kills and forcing 2 rebuys.
Now, one of those things that veteran players, Clay, will start to figure out is that over time, when you're playing a grueling tournament like this, you're playing multiple matches back to back to back, trying to just force your way through, survive, and push on to the next round. The things that separate you from being just a veteran player and a great or an elite player is that when you check your corners, it's not just going through the motions. You're actually checking to see if somebody's there, and when you're fatigued, like Saber is sometimes, if he turns that corner and checks that corner and moves with intent and intends to shoot somebody if they're there, he'll get that kill easily. However, he turned and flicked away thinking, nah, it's not going to be there.
Even if he just would have pre-fired the corner, it probably would have turned out better, because, you know, that's what you see a lot of pros do. Even when they check their corners that they pretty much know someone is usually going to be at, they'll start firing a couple shots, you know, just for the hell of it. Even if it gives away their position, they'll do it, yeah?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of variety to the Counter-Strike maps. They're very simple maps, so giving away your position on a map where people already know your position, it's worth the price. It's definitely worth that sacrifice. Wexican is about to engage Saber, by the way, who's in the hut. He sprays him down, and Saber is now down to 22. This is another eco round, a double eco for T's. Not terribly common, but if they don't get plants, then this is the sort of thing that could happen. Platty, Wexican, and Wayman, the only alive. For the terrorists, I was going to say Dr. Stu, but he is no longer. The only one left with us is Saber. Coming out of the hut, will find one in the mini, will pick up that kill. He's got to think that there's one more behind him, and he didn't check that little crease right between the 2 silos. Wexican cleans it up. And Clay, there's something about Vandal's CT side that seems to be their forte.
Yeah, it could be the fact that it's, you know, the map is heavily CT sided and they won pistol round, but yeah, it could be that they're just doing something something else here to put the stop down onto Go Berserk. But we are seeing a buy from Go Berserk, and they do have full nades, so I'm interested to see what they're going to be doing. We do know they are capable of working their smokes efficiently, so let's see if they do work those outer smokes and try to get outer isolated and take that. So number 9 man Mufasa is over at the secret stairs. He could be seen by Saber, who is boosted onto the big rock or water tank or white marshmallow, whatever the hell you want to call it. Mufasa though is over by himself, and they seem to have an eyeball on those stairs, knowing. But Extrata could get picked off. He does get a shot exchange, and so now they do know that Mufasa is over in those stairs area, and Saber and Extrata could both put both sets of eyes towards that area, and Mufasa smartly backs away since he knows he's been identified. MSQ, seeing that the ramp is clear, does get the kill onto Platty, and now ramp room is theirs, and CT's not theirs. Vetus is actually in there, let his friend go down, and they got the rotates actually, and now it is 4 versus 4, so exchange is going back and forth. Wayman on the defense in inner still, and Saber still on that big rock.
So, Clay, I have one little... Oh, never mind. Go ahead and do this. This is actually more important.
Yeah, they look like they are going to commit to the ramp room. Vetus smartly gives it up, though. As we've talked about many times before, that's kind of the new thing that we see a lot is if the terrorists do show heavy ramp presence, the CTs can just give it up and rotate to the lower bomb site, 1 or 2 people, and it's essentially just a new staging area for the terrorists. As we see, Vetus is in the site behind the big nuke cylinder, and he does get 1 shot, but the trade goes to go down and move. Dr. Stu doing a great job picking up 2. That leaves Meep Meep and Dr. Stu on the clutch attempt here, but they get caught by Wayman coming down the vents. Meep Meep didn't do too good of a job covering his bomb planter. He got taken out right away.
You gotta wonder if Dr. Stu got caught with the button pressing animation there, because it looks like he was just staring at his aggressor with his bomb out.
Yeah, he was planting, and it was Meep Meep was looking at the vents on the defense, but I think Wayman just came out way too quick for him and kind of caught him off guard right there, which gave him the round.
So one thing I wanted to talk about was Saber was on top of Big Rock or Marshmallow or whatever, and he was looking at Mini, looking towards CT Red, and you know that little white dome thing that's sticking out of the side of the building of Nuke? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, I do. He threw a flashbang that ricocheted off of it, bounced back up into the sky, and landed right in the face of anybody who would have been on outer catwalk, and I think that was a brilliant flash that maybe I had never seen before. Not in my entire casting career. Dr. Stu enters the site, finds an exposed Vetus, does about half his health there, and he entered by himself. If they had swarmed him and brought him down, they would have had a chance to recover a weapon. 2-2 trades thus far, and this is in the advantage of the T's. 2-3 trades thus far, 2-4 trades thus far, never mind. A good start, suddenly thwarted. MSQ left by her lonesome, all by herself. She was able to deliver 2 this time. This time she'll have to find 3. This time without a gun, by the way. She's got one, and it's just teasing her all the way across the room. She's going to have to face, I believe, 1 CT at the top of the ramp who's got an AK bullet sent direct airmail to the head. Wayman, who's been great. I think every cleanup job has been Wayman this half. He's literally been the last kill for the last 3 rounds now.
That's what it seems like, and yeah, Go Berserk is just having some trouble finding their footing here, and they haven't won a round yet on T side, so they're having some troubles. It is 12-8 and a bye round for Go Berserk. We're seeing Extrata picking up the op, which is a little strange as MSQ has been the one wielding that op so far this entire game. And the defensive smoke from the counter-terrorist over at the ramp. Pretty typical looking at the split. We're going to see Saber up on the big box. Big rock. Strata peeking out with that up. And that's always a good strat. You get someone on the big rock making noise for your opper on the ground, and he could come out and usually get a pick. But Mufasa just too quick on the trigger, does counter-pick him at the red box. And that's going to put this round quickly in favor of the CTs once again. MSQ over in the radio room looking for any pushers coming through, but that is not happening. Dr. Stu and Meep Meep trying to get some shots going out the hut and the squeaky door, but not connecting with anything. MSQ takes a lot of damage right there, does get taken out by Vetus. Good defense on the ramp. He goes down, but his friend Platty is there over at the hell position, and now they do have the ramp room, but like we said, getting ramp room doesn't really get you much of anything. It just gets you a new staging area, and you still got to retake lower, but this rotates from the CTs are non-existent, and the bomb is down at the lower site.
This is far too slow.
Yeah, what is up with that? They knew they gave up ramp room, but no one rotated down.
little breakdown in communication there. It probably will cost them the round.
Yeah, bomb is planted, take it away. Platty is coming in here, but he meets up maybe on the stairs, does get that kill. So, I mean, Dr. Stu, the last one alive here, he's got to look to the right, does get the kill on Platty, but he's taken down by 2 CTs, and I think they're going to have enough time to defuse this with that defuse kit. So, I mean, even though they made the mistake of not rotating, Terrace just couldn't hold it down, and, I mean, good retake.
Now, we've talked about this before. When you're a Terrace and you have time to set up, you can just camp the traditional spots and try to defend the site, but it's actually better for you to move out, take up a lurk position, or move out and expand the area that you defend the bomb site to find them in unconventional spots to surprise them. I am a little bit surprised, given how much time they had to set up, that they didn't try to be a little bit more adventurous. Now, for Vandal's sake, we have to say that when you give up that many rounds on the opposite half, you need to be on point, absolutely on point with everything you do in the second half. Now, they walked away with that one, and they certainly did everything they had to deserve that one, but that was scary. Like, I thought they were about to surrender a giveaway round to the T's.
Yeah, exactly. But they came in, they got their shots, and did a textbook retake. But look at this textbook entry into upper. Saber doing work, getting 2 kills, and the entire T team is actually in the site now. So this, I mean, 5 versus 3, and they have defensive positions. This should be an easy round for the terrorists.
Now here comes the retake. Plenty Vandal and Mufasa with 2 M4s and an op. They land the first one as Dr. Stu went down, trying to move into the vent to hold his position. Extrata has 2 lined up perfectly for him, and the last one, Mufasa, is down 13. Go Berserk sighs a big sigh of relief, thinking, we finally got one 9 rounds later. 13-9. They don't want that same nightmare to happen to them, Clay, because they got out to such strong starts, and in the last map on Cash, it just evaporated.
Yeah, and look at this. Even though they've been winning round after round, that was their first loss on this on the CT side. They're gonna have to rebuy. I mean, well, obviously they're gonna have to rebuy, but no, they can't full rebuy. Only 2 members of the team bought, which probably a little bit of miscommunication there, because that's probably gonna put them on another save if they lose.
That's the reward for playing hard. You know, you give up rounds and you start making bad decisions, you'll obviously let this snowball out of control. But you play hard and you have teams that are equally skilled and you get a lot of kills, forcing rebuys won't put you that far behind in the economy game.
Exactly, like you said. I mean, if you're consistently getting the kills and you're just not getting the rounds, eventually when you do get that round, you're going to force the other team to save most likely. So yeah, making sure you do get kills even though you are losing the rounds is very important, as you do force the rebuys, and it helps you control the economy of the game. So we're seeing that right now as the CTs are saving. Look at that wall banging going on from Saber, picking up some hits onto Vetus, taking him down to 49 health. Did I say it? Yeah. No, actually, Vetus is over at ramp. I'm completely off. So he must have got some shots from MSQ, who I believe was over at ramp and has now rotated outer. Meep gets a nice entry, and they're going for an upper take once again. And one man, Wexkin, in hell with the gun, trying to do some work. Seeing the rotate come, MSQ got a little too antsy right there. Does get that shot. Really nice on the flick shots. And now the entry from Mini, they are getting evaporated here by Meep. He gets 2 kills, and Dr. Stu picks up the 3rd. And now only 2 more rounds left to win for Go Berserk, putting it much more possible here.
14-9, we're on to the tie point here. After this, we'll do another giveaway. You're watching Civo TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. This is the CompLexity 10th anniversary tournament. This is the qualifier stages, day 1 of 2 days. Following today, you'll be watching CompLexity's cast of their own tournament. They will be providing the matches that you'll be seeing, such as games featuring iBuyPower, the CompLexity team themselves, Reliable, Frost, and anybody who progresses from this round. We've got some fantastic games coming up for you in the rest of the tournament here. Mufasa, I think, could have lined up a double there if he just pulled the trigger just a hair faster. Extrata just takes an arm shot as a result. He's down to 63, 4 Ts left, and this is the way you want to start if you're a CT. Not that way, actually. Vetus, I thought, had a guaranteed kill there, but he may get caught as he tries to escape. 4 left for the Ts. MSQ badly wounded, but with an op, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Extrata trying to land the 1-tap against an Opera over the top of CT Red. This will be a remarkable kill if he can land it, but he gives it up knowing that the odds are not in his favor. Decent holds for the CTs, all hard holds. Nobody really giving up their positions or trying to play a soft look and dropping back. Vetus, the first one to go down. Meet Me made a little bit of an error here. He got the kill, And the idea was to push that guy out and fake the camera out, but instead they went back and sent everyone to ramp. That could have actually just been a very advanced play that we were not anticipating. Wexkin drops down, parachutes, and Batman's Extrata and Saber. Great play there. MSQ and Meet Me left not very healthy. One behind the jail box at ramp. One is already dead. That's Meet Me. So, Clay, this desperate hold is a consistent theme for Vandal. They don't put much together on the T side, but they're very consistent on CT.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, it's working out for them. I mean, they lost 2 rounds, but if they could just keep it tight and keep doing what they're doing, they should be able to, you know, get this one really close and even bring it. You know, I think they definitely have the chance to win here. They're playing really tight, and the rounds that the terrorists are winning are just barely squeaking by here. And as we see, they pick up another one that's going to put them at 10, I believe.
Yeah, I will. The round needs to update. The server is taking a little bit of time to refresh.
There we go.
There you go.
I'm always confused by that because sometimes the round updates right away or it updates after the next round loads. So,
well, the pause time at the end, if you don't have everyone dead, will make the counter update a little bit slow. But I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
When you're talking fast and things are moving too quickly, you're wondering why everything's not working exactly like you want.
So 14-10. Go Berserk just has to tighten up the screws if they want to take the lead. Well, they do have the lead if they want to finish it off here. But Mufasa, nice pick there from the mini looking into the squeaky door. Wexican has a chance to get one extracted. Good entry. Picks up a second. MSQ grabs one as well. There's still one in the heaven position that is going ignored. And Saber has a chance to get him. Does get that kill. And this round going quickly in favor of Go Berserk. Vandal, Vetus, the last one alive. He enters. They know he's there because of that breaking vent. But actually, 2 members in the hut still looking towards the lobby. Well, now they realize, hey, okay, he is out here. Maybe they didn't get that sand key of the vent breaking, but now they just got to play the bomb. And Saber, oh, that's just so unfortunate.
Oh no, MSQ.
But gets the headshot with the op. That could have been disastrous. That move by Saber, and the map just changed. Oh my goodness. Well, that means yeah.
That means Go Berserk won it. That means map 3 is coming up. That means it's time for a giveaway, by the way.
Yes. So let me get set up here. So Go Berserk won that one. So yeah, we are going to map 3 here. So that is exciting.
You ready, Clay? You want to give stuff away?
I want to give stuff away. I like giving stuff away.
Hold that box up.
Oh yeah, we're doing the fan controller this time, fellas.
NZXT
fan controller.
You got a fat gaming rig, and it's got temperature controlling issues, and you never want to deal with